It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show. I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Callies.
Whoop whoop. How are you, sir?
I'm ready. I'm ready for the day. I'd say
Ready
bright-eyed
for the
and
day.
bushy-tailed,
Bring
but
it on.
ready.
Bring it on.
Let's go.
Boo.
How about you? I gotta get this.
Nah, I'm here.
You're here.
Nah.
I
No,
know.
I think it's going to be a good day.
Some days are better days than others.
We
But
got,
any
we got a
day,
long day today. I think it's the first grades got their musical things that they do, the recital type thing. And I think we got 3 of those tonight.
oh wow,
So
cool.
5:30, 6:30, and 7:30 is what it usually is. But
Yeah, very nice.
So it's always good to do it. I mean, it's cool to see it and film it, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes for a long day.
So do people usually buy the tapes or
DVDs.
What do you do? DVDs? Put
We
them
can
in
do
DVDs?
DVD, Blu-ray, or do memory stick or download. Just depending on what they're wanting.
They'll have those memories forever.
There you go. That's
Right.
what it's all about.
It's like photographs. You know, you have your photo book, and once every 5 years, you are in. Like I have a chest that has all those in it, and you go through them. And now it's been like every 10 years. But this thing right here, it's all done digitally. And I don't know as if you don't post it on Facebook and then you get, those yearly reminders or that, that you can go back, that people even look at them anymore. You take so many pictures now.
Yeah.
And you have them in your phone, but do you really
go back and look at them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You post them for everybody else to see.
Every now and then it'll be like, man, I had a picture of that, and then you spend an hour trying to find it.
Well, I have OneDrive that's attached to my phone, so I upload into a file certain pictures into certain files, and then I clean out my phone because I might take a picture of something and I don't want it to get buried,
Gotcha.
So when I sit here and look at it and I go in my photo gallery now, it dates back to February 4th of 2015. But when you look, there's one picture there. And there's one picture each day or each month that goes by. And it jumps quickly, 18 to 2020, 2021. There's just few pictures, family pictures, those are the ones that I want to be able to get to quickly. See, look, there's Kirsten right there when she graduated May 23rd, 2021.
I'm crazy. I keep all mine on my phone, and there's just
So does Carla.
There's just hundreds of pictures.
And you've opened your phone. He's opened his phone, and he wants to show me a food picture, and you can see the 7,000 pictures that are in there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you and Carla do it. It would. I can't do that many pictures in the gallery. But now you go into OneDrive. Oh, there's thousands of pictures, thousands of files. There'll be a family file and a Christmas 2024 file and a Thanksgiving. So
I get it.
Yeah, Carla says I'm type A, very detail oriented, and middle child syndrome. Anyway,
I'm detail oriented when I'm working on stuff. It's the little details that got to be just so.
Yeah.
For me, or it drives me crazy. It's
Right.
just how I am. It is
Like
what
things
it
in
is.
their place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Organized.
It's just when I'm building, like I said, when I'm building stuff, it's got to just be, and I understand I'm not going to see it from my house, but I'm going to know. So.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. And it bothers you if
It does.
something's not right, something's out of place.
Or if I'm doing something, there's something weird behind that, we got going on behind a wall. And it's like, all right, I got to fix that. Well, you're not going to see it. Yeah, but I'm going to know it's there.
Yeah.
And it will drive me crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be that itch you can't scratch because
Yeah.
now it's behind the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just how I've always been.
Yeah. I hear you. I agree completely.
So how are things this week?
A little slow.
Little slow.
out at the lot. You know, you
You've had
have
some
your
good weather though.
oh, that might be why. You have your ebbs and flows, and you know, you get to talking with everybody. And I'm 30 years in the business, and it's like my dad would always say, you know, you have a busy week, you'll have a slow week. You have busy days, you'll have slow days. He goes, it always go back and forth. It's not constant where it's just, you know, it's just nothing. And you do what you can during the times that it's slow to try to generate business. And you could be generating the business that is going to end up being the next week. So this week, the past, 3 days, we've sold a couple, and we needed to really sell 2 a day. And, we only got a couple of them, but the work they did put in could generate 4 or 5 in one day.
Yeah, I get it.
The things they've been doing, contacting customers, going back and forth, doing some negotiating, trying to find the right rig, really working on getting the sale and helping the person find the right one. And then that all culminates finally after a few days of doing that, and it does it multiple times. And so you go through 2 or 3 what you felt like was slow days because you didn't sell one, but the work you did do generated the sale 2 or 3 days later. And
made it a lot
compounds.
easier.
Yeah,
I get it.
And so it's like a Saturday. Saturday's our busiest day, and you can have 20 customers come in, and 1 buys. But then the next week, by Wednesday, Thursday, you had another 4 of them out of that 20 that buy. So you see,
it's not for most people, it's not an impulse buy. I mean, they don't go in there knowing exactly what they're looking for.
Not these.
Every now and then, you'll probably get that one that's done his research online. Hey, this is the camper I'm looking for. Yeah. Can you get me this and with this and this and this? But most people, they want to see. Yeah. They want to kind of figure out what they want and kind of see options, and I get it.
Yeah. But no, I mean, the month is doing fine. We're doing fine. We've got 17 so far.
Awesome.
We want to hit 40. I don't know, shoot, we want to hit 50. But really, we want to hit 40. And so we're sitting on the 17th. So how many days we got left? We got 3, 7, 10, 13, 12, 13 days left. So pretty much 2 a day, 24. Yeah. I mean, that would put us well over.
Tell you guys, get off their butts.
Gotta do.
I get it.
Yeah. But beautiful days. I love that we're coming into spring. It feels good. Just buyer sentiment feels good,
Yeah.
Just because you're not seeing something every day of the week doesn't mean that nobody's out there buying.
Well, people feel better when the weather's nice. They just do. They feel better, and they usually have a tendency to go out and spend money, do different things that when they're not feeling so good, they don't like doing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like you get all the rain that we had and the cloudy days, and you're stuck in the house, and then the sun comes out, and it might take you a day or two to just feel good about things again.
Yeah.
And then you go.
I get it.
So.
I get it.
Yeah. It's all good, though.
Awesome.
So if you want a good deal on a camper, it's been slow the past 50 days.
They'll take good care of you. Now's the time.
Always get a deal. Always get a good deal.
Oh, yeah. So. Just go in there, ask for David. He'll get you hooked up with somebody.
I know, right? Guess who came by and seen me?
Who's that?
Bob and Linda Zadora.
Really? Mm-hmm. Looking for another one, huh?
Looking for one for their son.
One of their sons?
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the one they had looked at, they looked at it on Friday, and then by Sunday she'd text me because she'd seen a picture of a sold sign on it, and it sold I said, yep, sold yesterday. And that's how it goes. I mean, you never know.
It happens.
You never know when somebody's going to come in.
Especially when you're looking at used rigs and stuff. I mean, they're
we
not
do
gonna
real
sit
well
there.
with with pre-owned. They go fast on our lot. That's for sure. That's why we're light right now. I think maybe we've got 12 when normally we'll have 20, 25. But they just you got to be quick on a pre-owned.
Yeah,
you got to be quick.
Know what you want.
Yeah,
get it done.
Yeah. So, but now she came by and looked at a travel trailer instead of a fifth wheel, but Bob wasn't thinking it was big enough, and we're on a holding pattern until something else comes along, till the plan comes together. But yeah, it was neat that they
The
came
right
out.
camper.
So if you're watching, thanks
the
for
right
coming out. And seeing
camper
me.
for the right time of your life.
I know, right? Isn't that right, Bob? If you're watching.
There you go.
The right camper for the right time of your life.
There you go.
And that's what they really, that's what they need, you know.
Yeah.
They're going to move down here, and, you know, you want to make sure that they're in the right one.
I get it.
So, because they'll be in it for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
We lived in a camper, me and my wife, for almost a year.
Yeah.
When we first got married and moved down
Fifth wheel.
here. Yeah, we had a big fifth wheel.
Yeah.
And it was great. I had no issues with it at all. I liked it.
Yeah. No, I could do it. I want to do it for a year. I want to do it in a Class A.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's got their preference. But for a year, just travel America.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Man. You know how good that feels?
That would be great.
When you jump in that thing and you take off and you know, like, I'm going to go to Montana, right? And then you're heading there and you think, I've changed my mind. I'm going to Arizona. And you can. You just do it. Right? The
There you
open
go.
road. But for the most part, it's knowing that when you get behind that driver's seat, you're not going to work.
It makes a difference.
It does.
It does.
But yeah, it's a good time. And you know, you got to know that you're a camper. There's some people that buy a camper and they go a few times and then they realize it's not for them.
I get it.
And I get that too.
Yep.
And we get them, they come back and we'll usually consign their rig and just sell it for them. But then you get the ones that love it. They buy one and they, you know, maybe it wasn't the right size, so they come back and get something bigger.
Yeah.
And they go bigger and bigger. And then you get some that want to downsize. They've been doing the big fifth wheel. And they've been traveling a lot. But they're not going to do that so much anymore, so they don't need the big one. They just want a quick weekend getaway one, something a little smaller, a little bit easier to pull. And so they get rid of the big fifth wheel and they get something a little bit smaller. And they just stay close to home. You know, they might run to Hot Springs or Branson, or just stay here and go to Norfolk or Bull Shoals. So
It's a little different living in a camper or fifth wheel or even an RV, but you know, you're in smaller confined spaces. You know, now they've got a lot of the same luxuries that you would have in a house,
Yep.
other than it's just smaller in size. And
yeah,
you know, it's kind of nice being able to have all your stuff, and just when you want to move from one place to another, you don't have to pack up, you don't have to do nothing.
yeah,
Which is really, really cool. But
yeah. Like working on the road, like
yeah.
if you have hotel rooms, always lugging in the suitcases and stuff, and trying to find the one that has the kitchenette, you know. And this, it's your home, it's your place.
Like I said,
And-
we lived in one for almost a year, and then we did some traveling, and it was nice not having to deal with the hotels and, you know, unloading, and I mean, everything was just, you just pulled up and hooked up to whatever site you were at, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Best part about it, the campfire. You can cook on the campfire.
There you go.
You're not doing that in a hotel room. That's going to make them sprinklers go off.
There you go.
Probably get you put in jail. 7:13.
Oh, we're almost commercial. We'll do Hospice of the Ozark and then take a quick break.
How about?
All right, let's go ahead and get that done.
Hospice of the Ozarks, they sponsor the morning prayer. Since 1979, they believe that every individual is unique, special, and worthy of quality end-of-life care. Hospice matters. The end of life deserves as much beauty, care, and respect as the beginning. It's still a non-for-profit 501c3. There has never been a charge to a patient or their families for hospice care, and this commitment remains a part of their mission. We'll pause now for the morning prayer. And dear Lord, we just want to thank you for everything that you've given us. Thank you for watching over our country. Thank you for, you know, the food we have to eat and the houses we live in. And watch over those that are not as fortunate, those that need something to eat, need a place to go. Find them the right people to connect with and the right places to go. Please watch over our children, our first responders, and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks. Give them a call at 870-508-1771. Ask them about respite care. When you're taking care of a loved one, you can use a break. Give them a call. As the Scooter always says,
Got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of others.
that's right. And it's okay, too. Don't feel bad about that if you're like, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. you can take a break.
Greg Wood with Hospice of the
Yeah.
Ozarks will be here on Tuesday.
He'll tell you all about how to take that break.
Yeah, he's going to tell us what all they got going on, and
Sounds good.
it's pretty cool. He's a very passionate individual.
He definitely is. He's the right man for the job.
He is,
Yeah.
by far.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that we did the Chamber of Commerce's leadership program together?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
back
cool.
in 2011, I believe. And I'm pretty sure he had just moved here and became the director. Maybe a few years prior. I can't remember. But I kept getting his name wrong. And he finally, I was talking to my wife on the phone. We were in the hotel room together, and I said, Gary. And he goes, Greg. And I was like,
Oh. He's a great guy.
He's such
and
a
you'll
great
see
guy.
why he's so passionate when
He
he
is.
comes in on Tuesday.
yeah.
He's really passionate for what he does.
Yeah. So, Hospice of the Ozarks. Give him a call, 870-508-1771. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person, who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z Team, 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z Team?
When you're out.
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV. Bob and Linda Zador of the Z Team. For all your real estate needs, give them a call at 870-405-0793. You can go to retiredarkansas.net where you can find their listings, the MLS listings, and this beautiful view of the White River. Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, nice today.
Yeah, got a little cloud cover, but for the most part, it's going to be a pretty day, I believe. You can see Cotter, Arkansas there, and the horseshoe bend of the White River. Off into the distance to the right is Mountain Home, Gassville, and in the center is Missouri, and to the left, Bull Shoals. But you can see this view at retiredarkansas.net 24/7. And it's really cool when there is a storm going through. We hope everybody stays safe, but lightning storms shooting across the sky, it's really neat.
Oh, any kind of storm, snowstorm, lightning storm, it's pretty cool to watch.
Definitely. And you see down at the bottom of the screen, that's the weather rock. So if it's wet, then it's probably raining. If it's white, it's been
There you go. I like it.
right? I gotta have it. They need a little sign that says the weather rock.
Yes, little cartoonish type sign.
Yeah, that would be neat. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, give the Z-Team a call, 870-405-0793. Bob and Linda Zadora have won many awards for their customer service, and they don't just list and leave you. They're going to make sure you get to that closing date on time by dotting on every I and crossing every T. This is the secondary camera that moves around, zooms in and out, 14, 15 different places. And it's just neat to be able to go see. Wake up in the morning, pull up their website, see what it's like outside before you even get out of bed.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's so green now.
It is. It's getting greener and greener, it seems like.
In the yard, I'm going to have to come borrow your mower because I keep forgetting to have mine taken. And it's already growing up from last weekend. Beautiful view brought to you by the Z-Team. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Like I said, go to their website. You can see the listings, the MLS listings, and they have a plethora of information about the Ozarks. Bob and Linda Zadora are very involved in programs and events around the area. They're your neighbors, too. They want to see you in Walmart, and you go, hey, there's my realtor. They love that stuff.
Oh, you bet.
And they've won a lot of awards for the reviews that they've gotten. You know, once you buy a home, they get an email and they ask, do you want to leave a review? And a lot of people have for them. And that's the ultimate thank you. That you did your job when somebody takes the time out to write a nice review about you. There's no better feeling than that.
I agree.
I agree, too. Look at that beautiful water. You know what? It's 7:22. Thank you for watching the show. We're going fishing.
Yeah, I wish.
Let's take a look at the weather brought to you by the Z-Team. In Mountain Home, it's 58, Harrison 54, Batesville 62, Yellville 59, Marshall 46, Salem 56, Mountain View 46, Calico Rock 58, West Plains, Missouri at 56, Springfield at 60, Poplar Bluff at 57, and St. Louis at 55. Nice and crisp this morning. Didn't need a jacket.
No,
Feels
it's nice.
National Weather Radar shows quite a bit of activity going through the northern part of Missouri. You can see Wyoming, they're still in winter. Wyoming and parts of Montana and Utah,
They
Colorado.
expect it. They can have it.
Yeah, that's why they live there. They live for this stuff up there. But you can see rolling across the sky in Kansas City to St. Louis into Illinois. Looks like they've got some storms going. The rest of the country looks pretty good. The south and over to the west coast and east coast. Here, let's scroll into that as it's doing that. Yeah, you can see there. Jefferson City looks like they're going to get quite a bit of rain. But that magic line, it's staying north of us, so Arkansas is in the clear. Watches and warnings, you still got some flood advisories over there to the east part of the state. Today, sunny and a high of 80. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 63. Friday, we got a sunny day, then a chance of showers at 20%, a high of 82. Friday night, showers likely at 70%, low of 63. Saturday, showers likely, high of 73, 70% chance of showers. Saturday night, we've got a 90% chance of showers, a low of 59. Sunday, we've got a chance of showers at 80%, high of 73. Sunday night, we've got a low of 47 with a chance of showers at 30%. And Monday, it's sunny and a high of 72. You know, we
got some rain coming in other words.
We're looking at that Tuesday, and you never know what it's going to do as it gets closer to the weekend. I'm going to say it's going to rain. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good chance.
Tree pollen today is very high. Grass pollen is high. Norfolk Lake water level is at 569.53. Level is 17.53 feet above full pool. And they're not generating right now, but they got spillway gates open. That's like 9,000 CFM. So
yeah,
they're
pumping. They're still moving some water out of there.
And they talked about because of that, you know, there might be some low-lying areas that'll see a little bit of flooding. So just be careful. Bolsho's Lake water levels at 670. 0.27. Level is 11.27 feet above full pull. They're generating 6. You know, that on the White River view from the Z team, it didn't look like it was moving 6 generators.
Yeah, it didn't.
It didn't look like it wasn't like really flowing, but it's hard to tell, I guess, from a camera.
It is hard to tell. Let me see if I can bring it up. See if I can. Let's see, the zoom-in camera's on that screen right now, but yeah, it's hard to tell.
From there, you're not going to.
It's up though. I mean, it's a decent amount of water.
Oh yeah. So if you're going to be out on the rivers, be safe. If you are near low water bridges, like I said, with them generating what they're doing and the spillway gates open, it could flood out those areas. So best thing to do is just turn around, find a different way. Yeah. I have drove through a low water area and the water came up over the hood of the truck. Water went in the engine, killed the motor. We were sitting in the deepest part, had to get out in the water. It's not a fun feeling. And it totaled out my truck, and I love that truck. And
not anymore.
Not anymore.
You did.
Yeah. So it's just turn around. Anyway, that is a look at your weather brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call at 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net. Find their listings, the MLS listings, the beautiful views of the White River, and a plethora of other information about the Ozarks. And with that, we're going to take another break. Yeah.
We'll just make a quick.
We'll make it quick and come back with community news brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show. Yeah.
Did you lose your
Did
you lose your spot?
Well, I wanted to say welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. At the same time, I was going to say Ozarks Farm and Lawn. Have you ever done that? Where you end up...
I can't say that I have.
Oh, whatever. That you're going to say the same thing at the same... Yeah, never mind.
I don't know what you're talking
This
about.
part of community news is brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn. Yeah, that's true. The dealership that deals. And located at 4423 Highway 62 West here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. You can't miss them. To see orange Kubotas and blue New Hollands stretch from one end to the other.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, implements galore. Yeah, they've got what you need.
They got about anything and everything in stock right now that you could think of almost. And if they don't, they can get it, but more than likely they got something that'll work for you.
Yeah. Got tilt bed trailers, which is good. You don't want to get the one with the ramps because tractors can be really heavy and you don't want to bend a ramp. So you get the tilt bed trailer and it just rolls right up on it and then drops down in the front. They've got,
pretty cool.
Yeah, they've got those in stock. They've got construction equipment, mini excavators, skid steers, RTVs, zero turns. Just go by and see them. Talk with one of the professionals out there. Tell them what you're looking to do with whatever you're looking to buy, and they'll point you in the right direction. Maybe to even take a little test drive.
There you go.
See if you like the way it feels. Parts and service. They got a big parts department and service department. And if they don't have a part in stock, of course, they can order it. Nowadays, you can get stuff within a couple of days, so they can take care of you out there. Give them a call, 870-425-3434. Go to ozarksfarmandlawn.com. You can see some of their specials. They still got some 0% financing on select units with approved credit. As my dad always said, if you can use somebody else's money for free, use it.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. So, community news. Buddy, I got a stack.
All right.
I got a stack here. It's going to take me at least 45 seconds. Just kidding. Second Amendment Legacy Foundation is having their 2025 fundraising banquet tomorrow. It's here. Friday, April 18th, 5:30 p.m. at the Baxter County Fairgrounds. If you still need tickets, which as much as we've talked about this, I hope you don't, call Joanne, 870-424-3535, or Bo at White River Firearms at 870-402-9002. It's going to be a dinner. There'll be auctions, guns, raffles. and family fun. The Second Amendment Legacy Foundation is a grassroots effort fueled by passionate individuals who wish to secure the legacy of the Second Amendment. It is imperative that we encourage and support the next generation of voters in promotion of responsible and law-abiding firearms ownership. It'll be a good event to go to. The Mountain Home Bomber Youth Football Camp at Bomber Stadium for 5th, 6th, and 7th grade athletes. There'll be a free t-shirt provided by the locker room. Please have them bring cleats, water, and athletic wear. It'll be April 16th through 17th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. and that'll be at Bomber Stadium. You can reach out to SARY at mhbombers.com with any questions. There we go. Mountain Home Schools 8th through 12th grade is having an annual Fine Arts Festival Tuesday, April 22nd at the Mountain Home High School gym from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. Admission is free, and all are invited to check out the fine art that these students have done. Schools will exhibit a wide variety of artwork, including drawings, paintings, and sculpture. So go out and support that. Yeah, it's good. And Allie White American Legion post number 52 is having a pancake breakfast April 26th from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Allie White Post at 717 Market Street here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. All you can eat pancakes, sausage, biscuit, and gravy, coffee, and orange juice. And that is adults for $10, 5 through 12 years old for $5. Free for World War II and Korean War veterans. Free for military and LEO EMT in uniform. Very nice. Pancakes. I love pancakes. Annual plant sale Saturday, April 26th at the Baxter County Fairgrounds. Doors open at 9 a.m. and they close when the plants are sold. Usually last about an hour, so get there early and get in line. You can go to baxtercountymg.com for more information. And they have meetings you can attend if you want to go to some of their meetings. The Mountain Home Military Service Sisters is having their get-together April 25th at Skipper's Restaurant at noon. Good. Baxter County Veteran Benefit Fair, helping veterans and families with their earned benefits. That'll be Friday, May 9th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Baxter County Fairgrounds. There'll be a light lunch provided, vendors, door prizes, and a Vive Power Chair giveaway. That'll be May 9th. And we had Christy Kern in the other day from ASU Mountain Home. And the Shed is still got a show. It's Michael Cavanaugh, the music of Billy Joel and Elton John. That'll be May 15th. Start time is at 7 p.m. You can go to theshed.com to get your tickets. And Michael Cavanaugh is a new voice of American rock and roll songbook, made famous for his piano-led vocals in the Broadway musical Moving Out. And so he had the opportunity to play in Vegas at the famed New York Hotel and Casino. He does Billy Joel, and he was spotted by, let's see. It was there that Billy Joel spotted Michael and joined him on stage one fateful night. That's all it took, buddy. Now you're famous. So, May 15th. All you got to do is beat Billy Joel, and you're good. You're gold. Let's see, ASU Mountain Home Charity Golf Classic, 3-person scramble, Saturday and Sunday, June 7th and 8th. Complimentary lunch served both days, complimentary dinner Saturday evening. There's an entry fee, and you can go online at asumh.edu/golf. And so that'll be fun. Limited to 72 teams. They usually fill them up. So you want to get that registration in as soon as possible. I know, right? There's a lot. Let's see, the Mountain Home Little Ballers. Oh, the Little Ballers. Mountain Home Parks and Recreation, LC Salmon Youth Center. Join them June 10th through July 29th. It's an 8-week program. Will be instructed once a week in 2 parts to introduce the fundamentals of soccer and flag football for ages 3 and 4. It's a $30 fee, and Get them started early.
cool.
That's when Kirsten started soccer. So she was 4 years old, buddy. Let's see. This is the registration form for that. We have, let's see, summer co-ed flag football at the LC Salmon Juice Center if you'd like to register for that. Registration deadline is May 30th. Draft day is June 6th. Practice June 9th through the July 27th. Games June 30th through the 31st. Games are played on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evenings. Friday and Saturdays may be needed as well. Anyway, contact Enoch 870-424-9311 for more information if you want to do co-ed flag football. And then they also have co-ed youth and adult sand volleyball, and youth ages 8 through 17 years old, and they have adult 18 years and up. So you can register for that as well. Give Enoch a call, 870-424-9311. That's it.
All right, that's plenty.
Buddy, there's sometimes we only have 1 or 2 sheets, and this is nice. I like lots of community news. All right, that's community news brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Go by and see them for all your tractor needs.
Our guest had to reschedule, so they're going to be here next week. So we do got a quick little video that we're going to play next.
Sounds
and then
good.
We'll come back and talk a little bit more.
All right.
All right, be back. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
There is a delight in the hardy life of the open. There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm. The nation behaves well if it treats the natural resources as assets, which it must turn over to the next generation increased, and not impaired in value. Conservation means development, as much as it does protection. Theodore Roosevelt. In the early 1900s, President Roosevelt held a White House conference on conservation. As concerns about natural resources and wildlife grew, Americans were spreading west, replacing vast forests with cities, cropland, and pastures. Arkansas was changing, especially the wildlife. Elk, bison, and swan were completely gone from the state. Ducks, quail, and fish were harder to come by. Something had to be done. In 1915, Act 124 was signed into law, and the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was born.
In 1916, Arkansas's first game wardens were hired for $80 a month, and they had to provide their own horses. Times have changed, and so have our tools, but the call to protect our state's wildlife and natural resources never will. I take a lot of pride in knowing we're all carrying on the legacy of those original 9 wardens.
In 1918, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act was passed. Unregulated hunting had caused populations of many bird species to decline sharply, and market hunting posed a similar threat to North America's waterfowl. The act set federal regulations on the hunting of migratory birds. And nearly 100 years later, that means plenty of ducks for us today.
During the 1920s, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission took steps to increase the deer population in our state. As late as the 40s, the deer population remained bleak in Arkansas. Hunting was closed in several counties. But progress was being made, and with the help of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, record harvests have become the norm with each deer season. One of the state's oldest and most successful fish hatcheries was dug by hand and by mule right here in 1928. As director of the Game and Fish Commission's Fisheries Division for many years, some of Joe Hogan's innovative principles for raising fish in ponds and transporting them across the state are still practiced today.
In 1937, the Pittman-Robertson Act provided federal assistance for projects to restore, enhance, and manage wildlife resources. Arkansas has used millions of dollars over the years for habitat projects just like this one.
In 1945, Amendment 35 became effective, making the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission an independent state agency. This gave the commission much needed stability and ushered in the way we still do business today.
This place is legendary among duck hunters. Thanks to the foresight of game and fish managers and commissioners nearly 70 years ago, this place is now known as one of the best places in the world to hunt mallards and flooded green timber. Alameda is one of the greatest places for the public to come hunt, and we're very fortunate to have it.
Thanks to the Dingell-Johnson Act signed in 1950, when you make purchases like this, you're actually giving back to fishing in our state.
In 1951, this beautiful place was completed. It's been stealing the hearts of fishermen for generations.
At the request of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, NBC came to film a live duck hunt in 1956. And more than 250,000 ducks filled the air in front of the cameras on that day, and outdoorsmen have been flocking to our state ever since. 7 years later, I produced the first of many long-running fishing shows shot here in Arkansas.
How about that?
Yeah, pretty solid, guy. Appreciate your help.
Yes, sir.
Now, technology has really changed, but the thrill of filming the great outdoors never will.
We were known as the bear state long before we were known as the natural state, but black bears were almost hunted completely out of the state of Arkansas. Today we have over 5,000 bears in the state, thanks to the reintroduction effort in the 1950s and 60s. This reintroduction effort is recognized as the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in history, and we're very proud of that.
In 1971, hunter education classes began in the state of Arkansas. First and foremost, the Arkansas Game and Fish wants to make sure every hunt ends safely. It is something that has given me peace of mind and helped me to enjoy our hunting even more.
Can you imagine this beautiful spot being underwater? That's what would have happened had dams been put in place in the late 1960s. In part, thanks to the Arkansas Game and Fish, this became America's first national river, the Buffalo National River. Hundreds of thousands of people come to the Buffalo National River every year.
elk once roamed Arkansas far and wide before the settlers transformed the landscape. Against the odds, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission brought the elk back beginning in 1981. By 1998, the herd had grown large enough for a limited hunt. I got this one in 2004.
We're known for our miles of trails, wild game, and breathtaking views. When the 1/8 cent conservation sales tax passed in 1996, it gave the Game and Fish Commission much needed funds to keep creating the habitats and improving the quality of wildlife our state reveres so much. It's nice to know that everyone in the state has a hand in helping nature.
I started my boat company right here in Arkansas. And in 2001, Game and Fish made boating safer for everyone by instituting boating education courses.
In 2001, the first of 4 Arkansas Game and Fish Nature Centers opened in Pine Bluff. Part classroom, part museum, part playground. These nature centers offer visitors walking trails, exhibits, and hands-on fun.
My love of fishing started long before we founded the Ranger Boat Company. In 2012, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission resolved the minimum flow issue with the assistance of a lot of people. Now, trout have the habitat and conditions below Bull Shoals Dam to grow and thrive, and will benefit generations to come.
More than 100 years later, it is our mission to continue to carry out the legacy President Roosevelt once spoke about. Cherish these natural wonders. Cherish the natural resources. Cherish the history and romance as a sacred heritage for your children and your children's children.
This is our Arkansas.
My Arkansas.
My state.
This is my outdoors.
My weekend.
My life.
This is my everything.
This is my calling.
This is my legacy.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
You make the deer woods great.
You make the fishing great.
You make my state great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
Thank you for protecting our most valuable resource for 100 years.
It's a liquidation closeout at Sleep Mart. All 2024 Flex Steel recliners now 50 to 70% off retail. Plus, Sleep Mart will pay the tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart for the liquidation closeout today at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should call the Z-Team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Sleep Mart's liquidation closeout is on. All 2024 mattresses are 50 to 70% off retail, and we're paying the sales tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home for the liquidation closeout today.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Well, we've only got a few minutes left. That was a good video.
Always like their videos. They got that one, and then we played the bear one as well
Bears.
before. That's just awesome. AGFC has got so much going on, and they're actually going to be here next week. I think it's Thursday. They come in once a month, sending somebody different from different areas and doing different things. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a multifaceted.
Well, they cover a lot more than I would have thought they.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, started out with 9 game wardens back in 1916. I had my date wrong that one time, but watching that again reminded me. But yeah, 9 game wardens, $80 a month. They had to provide their own horse.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, you think they were still out there roaming the trails on horseback and not. You didn't have ATVs and 4-wheelers and trucks and all that. So, but. No, it's always enjoyable to have them come in and talk about what's going on. 90%, I think 90% of the land in Arkansas is owned by private ownership.
Yep.
So they, work with private owners. The Banks projects, the waterways are flowing through a lot of private landowners.
And they can do a lot to help.
Yep,
with that.
They can.
Which is really, really cool.
Mm-hmm. And there's grants. There's even some money you can get. You got to be quick on that, though. You got to be on top of that because that goes fast. But
I was looking on my phone to see if they had any river calculations because they were, talking about the water that they're releasing and stuff. But it doesn't look. I mean, the river's up. Calico Rock, I'm showing about 8 feet right now. They're not showing any predictions of going up into flooding or anything.
Good deal.
Hopefully the rain this weekend doesn't push that over again. You never know.
April showers bring May flowers, buddy.
Yeah, we don't need any more flooding, though.
No.
We were blessed by keeping it under some numbers, but there was a lot of areas that got really hurt by that flooding.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Hopefully we can keep that down.
Yeah. There will be some rain expected this weekend.
A lot.
And I guess, find something to do indoors.
Yeah, it's going to be almost all weekend, it seems like.
It's Easter Sunday, too, so.
It is, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Sunday, it needs to be nice so the kids can go out there and do their Easter egg hunts.
There's been, I can remember a year that we had to hide them inside the house because it was raining. So we just found different places, and, some of them were plastic eggs, but other ones were hard-boiled eggs just because they wanted to color them. It's like, gosh, I hope they find that egg. Or you remember where it was hidden if they didn't. So
I've lost an egg before. That ain't pretty when it starts smelling.
Yeah.
But any parents that are looking, I know there's a lot of churches and stuff that are doing these Easter egg hunts this weekend. So just go online and you should be able to look up some Easter egg stuff.
Very good. Y'all have a happy Easter and a very good day. Thank you for watching. We are out of here.